It's okay. You're safe now. It's okay. You're safe. Hey, welcome to Right at the Movies, and I'm Mr. Wright. Today I'm talking about the new Spider-Man deal over at Marvel. I'm so freaking excited! It just broke last night. I was on my way home from watching Jupiter Ascending. That review's coming up real soon, but I have to tell somebody about this. Marvel and Sony came to some kind of an agreement and said, alright, Sony's not just gonna give you Spider-Man back. He's really profitable, and even if movies suck with him in it, we're just going to keep on pumping out Spider-Man movies until the end of time. But they're losing so much money on Spider-Man and losing so much money in general after the interview that they need something. So they said, alright, we're going to come to some kind of an agreement. So basically what that means is, while Sony still has Spider-Man, Spider-Man is still now able to show up in things like the Avengers. And the Avengers are now able to show up in things like Spider-Man. So adding him into the big Marvel timeline has pushed everything back one time slot. So Black Panther got pushed back, and Captain Marvel got pushed back. Captain America 3 is based on Civil War, which was a big storyline in the comics, and really big storyline for Spider-Man. And if they can get him working and get him in there and get him cast, we could actually have Spider-Man. It's really soon though. I think they start shooting soon, and they gotta start moving. If this deal just happened, by the time they get someone cast, get someone read for their lines, and shown up on set and be totally ready, it would be a bit of a stretch. I want to say they can do it, but boy, it will be tough. But Sony still has top control. They're basically giving it to Kevin Feige, but with the way of saying, hey, do whatever you want, but just check with me first. And I can just imagine how excited they are back over in Marvel, because the prodigal son returns. Because Marvel's greatest character in level of both profitability and also stories and you know, stuff like that is Spider-Man. They got him back, and they can do whatever they want. They didn't need Spider-Man back, but boy did they want him back, and now they've got him. I can't wait to see what happens from here on out. This is so cool. We could see him in Captain America 3 now. It's possible. We could see him holding the shield with that iron suit. We can see the Iron Spider now. We're one step closer to everybody being back home in Marvel. It is so exciting. I am so freaking excited. While it sucks that we're going to have to wait a bit longer for Black Panther and we're going to have to wait a bit longer for Captain Marvel, I can't care too much because Spider-Man is back home. The one downside to this whole agreement, from how this deal was broke and how it was worded, it doesn't sound like Andrew Garfield will be there for more Spider-Man. It doesn't say straight away that he won't be there, but we heard from a lot of the Sony deals and from everything that Marvel's talking about that they don't really want him there because they're going to have to deal with a lot of continuity, and that means tying in the Amazing series, and they might not like some of the decisions that the Amazing Spider-Man series made. As much as everyone seems to like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man Peter Parker, nobody else seems to like the villains and the world and the scale of those movies. And unfortunately, that's just kind of the world we're living in. It sucks that we can't have Andrew Garfield back, but it's the lesser of two evils if we get him back at Marvel. I'm sorry, Andrew Garfield. I salute you. You did great. We loved you. But we gotta see Spidey come back. I'm sorry. It's still possible. It's still possible that Andrew Garfield can be there, but it's not likely. And I'm worried about another reboot. Chances are Marvel knows full well that rebooting again is a bad move, and I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think what they're going to do is have maybe like a dream or a flashback or something like that, or and that's it, or he's just gonna be Spider-Man. Here's my money. If we can get Fantastic Four back, I'll be happy. Fox can have X-Men. I think they're doing okay with X-Men, and X-Men always felt kind of disconnected to me. X-Men always felt like they're totally comfortable in their own little corner of Marvel, and they have such a huge universe and such a diverse group of characters. X-Men can be okay in its corner and be totally fine. It'd be cool if we get everybody back, but hey, X-Men can be fine. Fantastic Four needs to come back to Marvel, and they need to have Reed Richards and Doctor Strange and Tony Stark and Peter Parker all hanging out and talking about all these really cool ideas and being really super smart together. And I'm so excited, and I can't handle this, and I